Spider-Man Brand New Day. What's going on with it? There seems to be a lot to talk about in terms of there's so much going on with the movie. There's so many villains, so many plot lines that seem to take place. But I think a good bit of it is obviously like with the side villains like Boomerang, Tarantula, who else? Ramrod. Is that it? I don't know. I think all those guys are obviously just gonna be like a montage. They're not gonna actually like be big roles, I don't think. And sorry for that deep breath. Um Scorpion's design is a little too tactical. I think they missed the plot with Scorpion's design, unless if they don't really go for the comic version of being a skin like a suit like stuck to his skin, kind of like the same way Rhino suits. Actually, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if that's something from the comics because I only know that from the '90s cartoon. But I think that cartoon's very faithful, so I think it is um, the same. And then Tombstone, we haven't seen much of him. I think he's gonna play a major role. I would hope so. I think they set it up perfectly for that. But the fact that Tom Holland is saying stuff like no one knows who the villain is, and that's such a good thing in the story. We already know Tombstone, and everyone who's a fan of Spider-Man would admit and knows that Tombstone can play that role of like the mastermind villain. He can play like a kingpin role, as seen in Spectacular Spider-Man. And the story seems set up perfectly for that. All these minor villains, and then it could be like a big reveal. You're like hiding Tombstone in your marketing. You're not showing them a lot, so it could be very well Tombstone in like the seat, or the chair. You could say the big man's chair. He's controlling everything. He's the mastermind. That could be a good story. Sorry guys. Spider-Man goes through puberty too. Um Hulk, is he gray? I hope not. I mean that would be cool, but like that's another thing to jungle. Craven, is that you? I'm off one today. I don't. Something's wrong. I'm tweaking or something. The to juggle. That's another thing to juggle. All right. How would you explain that? I think you could with like the Jean Grey, uh, mind control. Ooh, he's gray now. That could be something, but like you don't have to. You don't have to. And Jean Grey is such a villain in this, or like played out to be, like a little cynical. If you not, I don't even know what I'm talking about. She's not cynical. Um, but the scene in from the trailers where she's like in his head talking about like, ooh, I think I'm gonna go see MJ. That seems a little antagonistic of a good character. A character is a good person. I know it. What everyone's thinking, like what it probably is. You know, she's contained and she's only being a little bad so she can get out of containment because everyone knows that people are racist to the mutants in the Marvel universe. You know, they call them muties or whatever. It's like, you know, it stands for racism, or at least it did back in the day, and then for a bit it stand more for like gay people or whatever. But still, it will always represent that minority that gets treated wrong or whatever. And so she definitely has a reason to be a bad guy in this movie, but will obviously not be a complete bad guy. This will only do some minor bad things. Minor bad things. Like make an old woman drive a tank through the city. Heck, this could all be a ruse. It could all be a ruse. Even though we know that Jean Grey is doing this stuff, what if it ain't? We don't know. We haven't seen the movie. We know it is, but it could be someone else. But it is Jean Grey. She's just doing it to get out of containment or whatever. Because she still has to be a good guy at the end of the day and be a part of whatever mutant movies Feige puts out. But there still is a lot to tackle with all the villains so far. Thankfully, we only have in terms of actual villains, we have Scorpion. He's gonna be a bad. I hope he plays a big role in this movie. I hope he's like a big henchman to whoever is controlling everybody. Not the mind control, but the mastermind of it. I hope that is Tombstone. It would be so sucky or not sucky. The movie would still be awesome, but it would be kind of sad if they had Tombstone, but didn't use him in that big bad guy, controlling everybody, mastermind, character-esqueness or whatever, and had him be just a pawn on an even bigger character's chessboard. That would be wild, but I think I speak for the most of us that we want Tombstone to be the big bad, or at least we would enjoy that, and it would make sense. But I really want a lot of Tombstone and Scorpion in this movie. I hope they don't get sidelined. So those are really what I'm thinking will be the two big bads. You could account Hulk. He's going to be in there doing some rampaging a bit. And you could kind of count Jean Grey because she is being a little antagonistic. But in the end, she's still a good guy. So I don't know. I think they're going to do a great job, and this is going to be the best Spider-Man movie of all time. I don't think they're going to... I think it's just like how people would say with Doomsday. I think it's too big to fail. What Spider-Man movie is going to fail? Alright? I know there are ones that are very liked, but none of them are terrible, unwatchable movies. This is going to be peak fiction, we would all assume. But that's really it. I hope they do amazing in this movie, and I hope everything lands. I hope that we get some good Spider-Man action, and I'm sorry for any imperfections in this video. It's kind of hard to breathe in this mask, since it's so tight. I hope I didn't cause any weird breathing noises. I hope I didn't breathe through my mouth either. I'm not a mouth breather. That's really it though. And that's the end of the video. Peace.